Hey, Mr. Mac. Hope you're doing well, man. Um, so, your last week's workout was completely different than anything that you and I have done in the past. It was a circuit. Um, you said you've taken notes and um, you've done some of the exercises, I believe, which is great. So, this week's workout, we're kind of back to what we've done in the past, meaning we're doing things for repetition and for sets. I know you told me in your last email that you really don't have a whole lot of room to exercise in your house. Um, I'm trying to create your workouts where you could do these in the yard if you have a big enough porch. Um, to hold a plank or something like that. Um, if you have any suggestions, though, or any of these exercises are just not doable with the amount of space you have, definitely let me know, and I'll continue to make adjustments where I need to. So I've got you again doing sets and repetitions. The only thing that I have you doing time exercises for is your planks. I know that I have you doing a lot of planks. I'm throwing in different ab and core exercises with your planks, but I know you enjoy the planks, which is one reason why they're in pretty much every one of your workouts, because you are a plank master. So I have you a challenge exercise at the end of this workout, and I'll get into that once we finish through with the main exercises. But don't forget to warm up, by the way, before you jump into any of these exercises. Do some stretching, go for a little walk, do some bodyweight squats. Anything's better than just jumping straight into anything cold. Speaking of bodyweight squats, your first exercise is bodyweight squats. And you can do these in different variations. You can have a wide stance, like sumo squats, or you can do just your normal squatting stance where your feet are about shoulder width apart. So let's jump into it. So your first exercise, like I said, is bodyweight squats. Let me bring this down a little bit. So one way you can do this is your feet will be about shoulder width apart. When I squat, I don't typically have my toes pointing straight out in front of me. I prefer my toes to be slightly out to the side, just like that. Not exaggerated. That's going to be uncomfortable. That's too far. But somewhere around here works best for me. I say shoulder width apart. That's just a good starting point. For me, I like to have my feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. This would be your normal squat. So you can keep your hands here or above your head on your hips. Doesn't matter. And you're just going to go down, up 15 times. So here, and you go down to whatever. If you can't go all the way down to here, don't even try it. If you can only go here, that's fine too. As long as you are challenging yourself, pushing yourself. What you don't want to do is squat down, take your hands, and push yourself up with them. That's cheating, and you won't see as much benefit from the exercise. Your other version is a sumo squat. So as you can see, my feet are now way past my shoulders. And you're just going to squat down the same way. Squat, up, down, up. For these, your sumo squats, you probably can't go nearly as low. If you were able to go pretty low on your normal squat, you probably won't even break parallel. So my legs right now are pretty much at like a 90-degree angle. Some people can squat way below that. I don't want you to try to do that. I just want you to go down to a challenging depth and bring yourself back up. You can use a chair as well if you want to make sure you're going down far enough every time. And the goal isn't to squat down, sit, and then come back up. That is an exercise, but it's not an exercise that I have you doing this week. So I'm just tapping it, coming right back up. That's just letting me know that I've come down far enough. Your next one is single leg calf raises. This is one exercise that we've done in the past as well. Not just on video, but at Kaplan. So you can use the back of a chair for stability. All I want you to do is you can keep one foot in front or one foot in back, wrapped around your ankle. I want to work this right leg. All I'm going to do, stand on my toe, just so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just using this chair to keep myself balanced. I'm not pushing off this chair to cheat. Can't really cheat a whole lot with this exercise anyways. And once you've done 15 on that side, switch it up, do 15 on the other. No favoritism. You can also do them together if you prefer. Doing them single leg, the reason I have you doing that is to kind of challenge your balance. But if you want to do them with both feet, kind of hard to see, but both feet are going up. And I like to hold it for about a second or so in the up position. So in the up position here, hold it, come back down. And while I'm holding it, I'm really squeezing that calf muscle. That's just the way that I exercise. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily the correct way, but how I do it. So after that, I've got you doing incline push-ups. So you can do this a number of ways. You can do it on the wall, which I will show you that way first. The wall would be, it's going to be a little hard to see. Let's see here. That way you can see at an angle. So I have both my hands pretty much shoulder width apart, and I'm just bringing my face to the door and pushing myself right back up. So the lower you go, obviously the harder that's going to be. So that's the easiest way to do the incline push-up. Another way to do this is using your bed. So it doesn't matter how soft or hard it is, as long as you can hold on to it, and then bring yourself down, push yourself right back up. Another harder way would be using something that's even lower than your bed. So this chair is definitely lower than my bed. It's also a lot more narrow, so my hands are getting closer together, which really challenges the back of those arms, your triceps. And you're just doing your push-up. From there, you would take the incline out completely, and you could do regular normal push-ups. Again, from there, you could do decline push-ups, which, for instance, this is totally optional. This isn't part of your workout, but I do want to show you some different exercises in case you get bored. You get down and then put your feet up on something that's higher than you, higher than the floor, and then push yourself up. So that one's definitely a lot harder. If you're uncomfortable doing that, I don't want you to do it, but I know you've got some pretty good upper body strength, so I think you could probably handle it, But that's a decline push-up, by the way. You probably knew that. But those are just different variations of your push-up. Your workout, though, says incline push-ups. So definitely try those. If you want to try any of the other ones, go for it. Your next one is a new exercise I've never done with you before. It's called a standing bicycle. Let's see here. All you're going to do is you're going to interlock your hands, put them right behind your head. And one leg at a time, so I'm raising my left leg. When I raise that leg, the opposite arm, the opposite elbow goes towards that leg. So raise that leg, come down. That's a standing bicycle. It's a new ab exercise for you. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm trying to throw in different ab and core exercises so you don't end up doing the same thing over and over. It's not necessarily a bad thing if you continue to do the same exercises, but over time you won't see as much progression. It'll be harder for you to reach your goals over time if you continue to just do the same thing over and over and over. I think that's what they call a crazy person, by the way, or something like that. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different outcome or something. You know, you actually told me that saying one time, I believe. Well, I've said it in the Marine Corps all the time too. Your next one is a elbow plank. So your elbow plank, sorry, the screen went away. Okay. Sorry, I skipped an exercise. Hip hinge. So a hip hinge is another standing exercise. And all you're going to do, keep those hands right here in front of you or on your hip. I prefer to have mine right here. My feet are pretty close together. They're not touching, but they're also within my shoulder width. So they're not wider, but they're pretty much right below my shoulders. From here, I'm just going to lean forward and right back up. So I'm not bending at my knee. I know it's kind of hard to see because I've got pants on, but my knees are not bent. My legs are pretty much completely straight. And I'm just going down, right back up. And really kind of thrust and arch that back a little bit when you come to the top. So you can probably go lower if you want to. Because you're not doing this with any weight, I guess it would be safe for you to go all the way down. But you see how rounded my back is right now? That's not... I don't like a rounded back for any exercise, really. So I'm only going down to where I can keep my back straight. If I start to go lower than that, you see it starts to rounding. We're not going to go that low. Just go down to where you think your back's not rounding. If you want to use a camera like I am or a mirror, that would be awesome. And then right back up. This is really going to target that lower back. You may not feel it those first couple reps, but I've done this less than 10 repetitions, and I definitely already feel it in my lower back. So you also feel a nice little stretch in that hamstring, back of the leg. Again, that's your hip hinge. Not a crazy exercise, but definitely one that'll engage that lower back, which is the objective. Your next one, your elbow plank. You are a elbow plank master. So again, down on your elbows, I know is the way you prefer. And you're gonna hold it. I had you doing this for 75 seconds. we've done 75 seconds the last couple weeks. So if you want to add an additional set or hold it for 85 seconds or 100 seconds, go triple digits, by all means, go for that. Challenge yourself. If your 3 sets at 75 seconds are just not challenging anymore, you have the freedom to change any of this. Whether that's sets, reps, time, doesn't matter. So that's your elbow plank. Your next one is actually a challenge exercise, and this one's optional, just like all the other ones have been. It's called a Superman. You can do this on your bed. A bed, as long as it's not overly soft, would work. If you have a pretty firm bed, that would be great. A carpet floor or a wood floor, that's all I have, so that's the way I would do mine. So let me get this chair out of the way because I will probably hit it. All you're going to do here is lay down on whatever surface you want to lay down on. And your arms are going to be straight out in front of you. Your legs are going to be straight behind you. And all you're going to do from here is you're going to bring those legs up like this, and you're going to bring those arms up like that. So the entire movement is going to look like this. That one gets me every time. And I just did abs yesterday, so that definitely left my abs kind of sore from laying on the floor. Anyway, that's definitely another core back exercise. And actually, my lower back just popped when I did that. Felt pretty good. So, you're not doing that for any weight, obviously, but repetition-wise, 15 repetitions. Sets, I have you doing 2. If you want to do more or less, go for it. But somewhere in your email, probably at the top before this video, I'll post your screenshot of your workout, just like I have in the past. And I'll send you a couple questions as well, just like previous emails. If you don't mind filling those out for me and sending them back. I use those in my little spreadsheet that I have for you. But other than that, hope you have a good workout, Mac. Talk to you later, man.